But I wanted to ask you this though, man. Did you watch the Ahsoka, the season finale, Ahsoka? Because I know we've been praising it throughout the,
We did, but I want to hear your take, because when you had text me, you seen it. Like, we didn't discuss this at all, so we're gonna be discussing this for the first time, people.
Okay.
Like that, like, you know what I mean? I haven't got to talk to him about it, but he sent me an angry emoji, and I was watching it. I was expecting to be angry with him, and then I wasn't. So, like, tell me why this made you upset.
I think it's mainly character based, and it's just because it kind of focuses on two characters that I personally don't care that much about, and it's Sabine. I don't like Sabine because she consistently does stupid things throughout the series, and the series has just not made me like her in any kind of way. I'm sorry, people, but I'm in that camp of, I'm a Sabine hater, I guess. The Ahsoka stuff has always been cool, even though in some of the fights was a little stiff, but the last fight she had with what's her name, Morgan, I did like. But Morgan is, the actress is Bruce Lee's goddaughter or something, so she has a history of martial arts and things. So I think that's why those fights tend to look more real than some of the other fights I've seen, because they were a little bit stiff. It was almost like I could see the choreographed steps. They do that 1, 2, 3, like a dance routine or whatever. And I kind of seen that in some of the fights, but I just didn't like that I felt like this as a show. If you never watch Clone Wars, if you watch and you never watch Rebels, and some of the things they allude to in the show in its entirety is just gonna go right past you, because you don't know who those gods were, those statues. If you've never seen Rebels and Clone Wars, you're not gonna know all these things. And I just feel like the show just doesn't do enough to explain some of these things. Even how Ezra got to that galaxy with Thrawn, like, they didn't really explain that. Like, you would have to watch a clip of it to know what the fuck they're talking about. And I did know, but still, it's like, if you're a newcomer, if you've never seen Ahsoka or any of that shit, you're just gonna be a little lost. And I think that's for Rebels. I guess for fans of Rebels season 4, this is like Rebels season 5 for them. You know what I mean? So I think for Rebels fans, it's a good show. For Clone Wars fans, even, they can get into it, but it's just harder for casuals. That's all I'm trying to say about it.
Yeah, no, I can feel you. I can agree on that. I don't like it when movies do that either. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're forcing me, in order to understand you're forcing me to go back and watch Rebels. Like, even if I haven't seen it in a long time, like Clone Wars, I haven't seen in a long time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I found the series when it was out for a while, and then like I left and it came back, and I never clear out through and through, went episode for episode, watch either Rebels or Clone Wars. It was like hit and miss. Yeah. So yeah, for me, it was a few things where I'm like, okay, y'all making me really have to dissect this and then go back and do my homework.
Yeah.
Like, which is never a thing you want to do to somebody that's watching your fucking series here and there.
Or a movie. Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, but the thing is that I liked about it though was this motherfucker was action packed. Like, this is the type of Star Wars I like to see. Yeah. Like, I like to see, like, them get out there. Now, I feel like, Rosario could get a little bit quicker on the choreography, a little bit. Looks a little too choreographed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you got that same feeling anybody else out there. Somebody might leave her alone. You know how people are sensitive as shit these days. She did her best. Like, they fucking practice with her and shit. But, like, you know what I mean? But it's like, I'm just like, okay, you guys gotta, like, get it a little bit more fluid. Like, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of a little too choreographed, but it was dope though. Like, you know what I mean? It was dope. The fight scenes were lit. But like I said, I like that. I like the wrap up, the end. Sorry, anybody, spoiler alert. I like who she's seen.
Spoiler alert. Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the whole name. You know what I mean? I'll be kind. Rhymes with panicking. But you know what I'm saying? But wow. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact of, the sum up was better than, like, the ending. Like, you know what I mean? The sum up, everything was better than fucking Rise of Skywalker or whatever the fuck. Like, like, I mean, I felt more resolved, and they might even have a season 2, but I feel way more resolved. Like, I feel like, okay, all right, that happened. Okay, he met with the people he ain't seen in a while, and, her and Ahsoka kind of hashed it out. You could tell she gonna train her further. All right, cool. I feel a little bit like you could do the like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kind of do that shit. I feel good. But and that's what I have to say about it. Like, I honestly, I liked it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. the last two episodes before that, not the last two, like the one before this one, but the one before that, they almost lost me completely because that episode was dry as
When they were talking to those
biscuit.
turtle people or whatever the fuck that shit is.
I was like,
Yeah.
the fuck? Like, I was like, oh, okay, this is y'all done went super dry on me, right?
I wanted to see more Balin and his apprentice, but unfortunately, in the last episode, they're not really present until the end of it, and it just kind of like see you in season 2. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I got from that. So that was a little disappointing, man. I wanted a little bit of a more conclusion to Balin's character, but sadly he passed away, so I don't know how they're gonna.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do this. Are they gonna replace my guy or like?
I mean, they might have to, bro. I hate to say it, but they might have to replace him. But he had such a presence, though, man. Ray Stevenson was a dope ass villain in this series. That's one of the most positive things I can say about this series. Though, was his character, and I even like his apprentice. Like she's a little cool, like apprentice and shit.
Yeah, and but here's my thing. Here's one of my gripes. I know fans all across the world have already told them how much we want to see Star Killer, or the character from what's my name?
Force Unleashed.
That
Killer.
And then the character from Jedi Survivor, or like
Cal Kestis.
Like we want to see these people. Like why are y'all like
not? Let me see them.
Yeah, just allude to him or something, man. If y'all gonna make
especially Cal, because he's in that time frame.
I think force us to watch Rebels, learn Rebels. Give us a exam on Rebels and shit. like, why y'all gonna not put these characters in here?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, I wanted to see at least like some sort of a cameo. Like, please.
That would be cool. Maybe next season they'll do that. I think Dave Filoni kind of has his own thing though, his own little universe and things that he's trying to introduce. Like I noticed with the gods of Mortis and all that. That's from Rebels. And I've heard theories out there about Anakin and all this other shit. But I was saying, like, if you watch the show without knowing none of that, then you're not going to get that from just watching this show. Another thing, like I said, I know I've criticized Sabine, but I just felt like she's better as a Mandalorian than she is a Jedi. Like, please stop trying to make this girl a Jedi. She works better as a Mandalorian, you know what I mean? So I don't really care about her having, force powers and shit. I
ain't gonna lie, bro. I kind of like the fact that I like her fight style because she be like with the lightsaber, and then she be like, sometimes she'll fuck up like, oh fuck this, and then just start shit.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, she's like, I'm not doing well in this. I'm gonna pull out the blaster.
I love it. It shows the frustration in her character and the growth. Like, that's dope to me. Like, I love the growth of that because it's like she's like learning to be such a dope fighter as a Jedi. But at the same time, like she be like, well, like, if it ain't going right, like I'm blast too. I'm gonna shoot. Put this away for a minute. Let you know what I mean? Brought a knife to a gun fight and the gun fight was happening. Like, you know what I mean? So I like it. I don't know. I kind of like the duality in her.
What do you think about the stormtroopers, those zombie stormtroopers?
Well, that was it. That was a very, very, I could see that being a Funko Pop right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Funko Pop.
But at the same time, like, I thought that was a dope add-on. Like, you know what I mean? It was kind of...
But they weren't any better, though. They were still as sorry as they are as regular stormtroopers. I was expecting a little bit more from these stormtroopers because they were under Thrawn, who's supposedly like this mastermind kind of guy. And I was just expecting a little bit more from them. So that was a little disappointing as well.
Thrawn, how he says now, I keep fucking it up. His ass, if he gonna have him come back to life, I mean, he needed some of those like Royal Guard type ones, the ones that kind of got them laser type, swords or whatever the case may be. Like, do that, like make them come back because they're more, or at least it's fucked up. Y'all done made these stormtroopers come back and shit like that, but the lady you sent on a bum ass mission to go fight 3 Jedi, you ain't gonna bring her ass back to life. She did.
Man,
that.
They sent her ass to her death. Like he knew she was gonna die. She was like, hey, go handle these. We got to do something.
Hey, 3 singing ladies, why don't y'all go ahead and sing, raise her up at least once? Them stormtroopers got her about like 7 times, didn't bring her back once. I said, oh my God.
And they gave her that sword, and I thought she was gonna have magical powers too, though. I thought, you know what I mean? So I thought the fight was gonna be a little different. I thought she was gonna use the Force or something with Ahsoka, but it was basically the same sort of fight that it was in Mandalorian season 2 when she appeared. But I like her character. I just wish she would have done a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But shout out to the Bruce Lee family and everything though. But last thing I will say though, that the Anakin episode, that was dope as fuck though, when they did the flashbacks of Clone Wars and then Anakin goes into Vader and he has all those, what I'm saying, like it was crazy. That was cool as fuck.
Real talk, I really love that. But real quick, I got to tap on that whole Bruce Lee family thing. I just had to say this too, because I was thinking about it. I was like, yo, imagine being Bruce Lee's family. Like you could not do if you did not know martial arts in any form. Can you imagine how much of a disappointment people would look at you as like? It's fucked up because you know what I mean. Like I would literally not say that I was Bruce Lee's family. Like let's say if I had a normal,
you change your last name.
I just was a receptionist at AT&T and shit. Like I just like what I mean. Like it's like
a receptionist.
Hey, you Bruce Lee's family? Like nah, bro, nah.
So it'd be like unrelated.
Yeah, for real. Like, shouldn't you be in MMA? Like, motherfucker, just because my granddaddy did, leave me alone. Like, you got everybody showing up trying to fight you and shit in school.
Yeah. You be on break, maybe you want to fight you and shit.
Real trying to eat your lunch, somebody kick it out your lunch. Shit. I changed school 6 times because of this shit. A teacher tried to fight me.
That would be a terrible shadow to be underneath if you didn't know karate. You're right about that.
Everything, but anyway, I just touch on that. I was just running around in my head. I'm random. Yeah. But yeah, no. What was the thing you were saying about the you said, the Anakin part. Yeah, Anakin. Yeah. That shit was so dope.
That was lit.
That was beautiful. That episode was beautiful, bro. How they went back in time and they was in the war. And all
that was cool.
That was a Star Wars new for me. Like, it was just like, you seen, like, the animated version did not give you the feel of war like that shit did. That shit was like, that was like, ooh, shit. Like, Mama's is a little bit mentally fucked up. Like, she's like, like, she is. And that's why I do it at the end was like, yeah, watch out before you become like your master. Like, you know what I mean? Because,
Yeah, you're right about that. They did bring that up. I think Thrawn is also scared of her because he knows that was Anakin's apprentice. He mentions it like twice in the show. And you could tell he's scared of the Jedi. He's like, we don't need these Jedis around us because they won't fuck up our plans,
No, real talk. And I would love to see how powerful Ahsoka is in the Force because they did a lot of her like, you know what I mean? Her lightsaber work ain't no joke. It ain't nothing, boy. She was smacking back them bullet shots and them laser shots like it was nothing like light work. She wasn't even concerned. Like
she has that double. I like that she used double sabers. The way she uses those are pretty dope.
But I want to see her Force powers. Like I want to see how she uses the Force because that's not shown a lot. I was a little because they was trying to make it a big point to where, which one was named the short hair?
Sabine.
Sabine, there we go. You said it like 86 times, and I still don't remember that shit. I got to think Sentu Bean, Sabine. Sentu. All right. So basically, like, you know what I mean? How she couldn't grab her lightsaber with the Force and everything like that. But I was like, the Ezra, he wasn't doing it either. Like, when he dropped this shit, it took him a minute.
I hate that he was like cocky about it.
He was like, oh, yeah, we can do that shit. Then he did it to the other time.
Yeah. Remember, he was like, no, I don't need no lightsaber. I got the Force. And then all he does is a Force push. I thought he was going to do some cool shit. I thought he was going to be elevating motherfuckers, just throwing people around and shit.
I'm waiting to see it.
What the fuck?
Y'all don't got because like that been the first thing because like Darth Vader, if he was fighting all them damn zombie stormtroopers, he would have been like
he would have been doing all kind of hand movements and shit. Yeah.
He'd be like, lightsaber down. Y'all are gonna be stuck to the roof for the rest of the remainder of this episode, motherfucker. How about that shit? And choking yourself. y'all get woken up and kill yourself. Like, man, we ain't fighting this motherfucker no more. I don't care how much you back, like, bitch. Like, for real. So
Vader's a force of nature, bro. Like, remember.
Where the Force powers at? Like, I'm like,
all he could do was that He looked like Neo in the Matrix 4. What all Neo did was that little push. That's all he did throughout the whole movie. That's what he looked like. I was like,
Ahsoka wasn't doing a lot with it either. That's why I'm like, yo, what's up? Like,
yeah, you're right about that. Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, it wasn't like except for like the first episode, she did some crazy shit when she was doing them holes and then like coming up out of like what I mean. She used her the Force to throw them the sabers in the ground and then like turned that shit. Like,
that was cool.
I was like, yo, she bad for that. But I'm just like, yeah, man, like do some Force shit. Like,
I know, because like even your boy in Ahsoka, in Clone Wars, Darth Maul, like he was able to in those last 4 episodes. I remember when he didn't have a weapon because Ahsoka didn't give him a weapon when she let him escape, and he was just using the Force, and he was fucking powerful as fuck on the Force, bro. I'm like, damn, Darth Maul's badass as shit, dog. I was like, fuck, I wouldn't want to fuck with that fool at all, dude. Badass, bro.
That shit was like some of the Force shit that they do be like my favorite scenes. Like I'm telling you, like episode 1 where where he fought Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan like on the movie.
Yeah,
and I just love it when like what I mean, like what's the Ray Park? I believe his name's Ray Park.
Ray Parker, yeah, that's it.
Like, dude, like when he like lifted up that thing and like turned like in basically like opened up that door, but he was like used the Force. He's like. And threw it that way, like I was like, that shit was so clean, bro. And while walking back, I was like, yo, I said, yeah, this dude's something else. But like, you can't leave that out too much, man. I love the Force push and like, what I mean, they accent it a lot in like the games and everything like that. Like,
yeah, in the games, definitely.
I love that. Like, what I mean, it's like, and then sometimes they'll cancel each other out by like doing it at the same time.
Yeah, like Yoda and Sidious when they were doing that shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can't leave that out. That's a big ass part of being a Jedi. Like, although trust me, you ain't gonna hear too many complaints about me about fire ass lightsaber fights. I love that shit. Ahsoka brought it with that. I give that show props. So that's one of the standing reasons that I will stand behind that show no matter what anybody says. Oh, I don't want it. I don't love like I was entertained. That's what I was. You were angry. I was entertained.
Are you not entertained?
For real? Yeah, exactly. She should have gladiated that shit. You not entertained?
You stupid gladiator. Wow. But nah, yeah, it's cool, man. I look forward. I hope they really resolve some of these plot threads and shit in season 2. And I know it's supposed to lead up to a new trilogy. It's going to be directed by Dave Filoni. So we'll see what he does with that. I think Thrawn's going to be the main villain in that or something.
Okay, yeah, the new trilogy. I'm waiting to see what happens with that. Like, what I mean? Like, I'm always here for it. I know some Star Wars fans get a little too dramatic and be like, I'm not watching anything else they do.
I think we need some Star Wars movies. It's been a minute because all we've done is shows. You know what I'm saying? And the shows are cool, but you always see the limited budget start to creep in on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's way on in the episode.
yeah, because you're like, I guess this is the episode where the budget wasn't that good.
This set don't look Star Wars.